Recently, All Pets Radio had the pleasure of visiting the Great Pet Expo. It's a horse and pet expo. It took place in Reading, Pennsylvania. As you can see, the beautiful mountains there and snow on the ground. It was a great scene outside as well as inside, as families could enjoy time spent on some great rides for the kids, including this great horse-drawn carousel. Plus, pet organizations and animal groups from all over were able to display their wares and help educate people. And let's not forget the great dog shows. We were also educated about caring for our horses, like clicker training techniques, from May Snyder of the Equihab Foundation.
They start pulling. I don't want to have to keep correcting him and saying, bad horsey. I'd rather say, you're a good boy, you listen to me. And then his attention stays on me, because I'm a lot more interesting now than that pony across the street. I had interesting stories told me by other clicker trained horse owners. When they teach that whoa command, it comes in handy because on a trail ride, one had the reins break and the horse got excited and started running, and without the reins it's hard to stop the horse. Well, she had the verbal word whoa, she taught it in advance, and now under saddle, as soon as she said that, he stopped and he waited for his reinforcement. This isn't something you just do on the ground. You can do it under saddle, you can do it while driving, you can do it in any situation. Just be safe, watch personal space, make sure the horse doesn't get in your face or do anything unsafe. It's a horse you don't know, you work with them over a stall wall. Use a stall guard or over a small paddock fence until you know the horse. It's a totally new animal. Because sometimes they get a little too excited no matter what training method, and you don't want anyone getting hurt. Safety is always number one no matter what training method you're going to use. So you have to think in terms of baby steps. Sometimes it's hard to get from point A to point B. Sometimes you need 10 little tiny steps in between. But by making him think and making you think, you become a better trainer, and he becomes a better horse.
Plus, we had the excitement of Tara Jones showing off some advanced riding skills. All Pets Radio today as All Pets TV, and we're here at the Horse and Pet Expo in Reading, Pennsylvania, and there's a great group here, and Captain Scott Shields said I had to talk to you guys because you guys do a great job, and you are from the
Greater Philadelphia Search and Rescue Team.
And your name?
T.J. Wallace. I'm the Assistant Chief.
Great. Now tell me about the rescue group. What exactly do you do?
We search for victims, live victims, or individuals who are lost in any type of environment, urban or rural.
Now, how do dogs play, and what role do dogs play in the rescue operation?
There are basically three ways to train a dog. One of them is called air scenting, in which the dogs are trained to find anyone who is human out there. The second is tracking, which is that they'll actually use a scent article to locate someone. And the third is a combination of air scenting and tracking called trailing tracking, in which if they don't have a scent article available, the dogs will actually go on a track and scent that individual.
And do you find that some breeds are better than others for that?
There is no one particular breed out there that is good for search and rescue. The larger breeds do well because of the endurance factor. You need a good, strong dog to do a long-distance search. Obviously, you couldn't use a dog of a small stature or physical way because they don't have the endurance. However, some dogs that are small do well in urban environments because they can get into smaller spaces. So we used all types of breeds. We used Border Collies, German Shepherds, Rottweilers, Retrievers, and Blue Tick Hounds. We just happen to have one.
Now, how long does it take to usually train a dog to be ready for rescue?
It takes anywhere from 6 months to a year and a half to train a good search and rescue dog. Some dogs...
6 months for the dog, a year and a half for the handler.
6 months for the dog, a year and a half for the handlers?
It takes a little longer for the handlers sometimes. Usually the dogs are handler impaired.
Okay, and your name is?
Mark Hopkins.
And your role?
Chief, Greater Philadelphia Search and Rescue.
Great. So, as you were saying about the amount of time it takes to train them?
We find that some dogs have the abilities to be quick learners. And those dogs, they usually will finish within a 6-month period. We do find that some of the dogs need to be finished because of the way that they start. If we start them a little bit older, we have to change and alter some of their behavioral patterns in order to be good search and rescue dogs.
Kind of untrain them, things that they may have already known.
Well, you really don't. You alter their training. You can never untrain a dog. Once they learn a behavior, all you can do is alter that behavior. We begin as little as young as 8 weeks of age, and we try not to go over 2 years of age. But some dogs out there that are even older would make and do make good search and rescue dogs.
Great. Now, if somebody would like to know more information about Philadelphia Search and Rescue, do you have a website, or where can they go for information?
Okay, they can get on a website. We just happen to have one. It's www.gpsar.org.
Great. Well, I thank you very much for taking the time to talk to us, and keep up the great work.
Thank you.
Our next dog is kind of wonderful. This is Sky, and Sky is being run by Michaela, who is 6. Now, Michaela's been around dogs since she was born. In fact, since before she was born, really. And she loves Sky, and Sky loves her. I want you to watch how hard this dog tries to do the right thing. Go ahead, Michaela. Look how he constantly looks at her like, what? What do you want me to do? Call her, call her, call her. Oh, he's like, uh-oh, you okay? Yeah, give him a little run to the dog walk. It's kind of steep. Good. Go ahead. Right here, honey. Michaela. What a good dog. I'm trying to ignore him. Oh, there we go. We're good. And he's a slower, steadier collie. He's not quite so zoomy fast as the others. Lots of times, a dog like this will beat the dog that's much faster because he's steady and he doesn't make the wild mistakes that the faster dogs make. Perfect. Good job. What star? A perfect run. Yay, class.
And a perfect run wraps up our perfect day at the Expo. Thanks for watching. This has been a production of All Pets Radio. AllPetsRadio.com. Copyright 2007.